training a guide dog can oftentimes be troubling, but at other times it's fun, exciting, and you get to play with a puppy all the time. So I'm going to just go over a little bit on how I work with training my guide dog. So as you can see, Lincoln is free roaming. He's acting like a normal dog, and in a minute I'm going to show you just how his mood can change. Lincoln, sit. Good boy. So the first thing I do is I put my leash on him, and he's going to sit and he knows I mean business now. So I always take distractions like his toy and I put them away so he doesn't get distracted. The next thing I do before we go out into public to train is his vest. This lets everyone know that they cannot pet him because he's in training. So I'm going to have him stand so we can put it on. Lincoln, stand. Good boy. So the vest just has a clip in the front and a clip in the back. And he's pretty good about putting his vest on. So now he's ready to go out on the town. You can notice that I have a bright colored shirt on, so if we're walking by the road, everyone can see us. His vest also has reflectors on it, which is just silver pieces here. And then I have a treat pouch, which has normal dog food and high value treats. Sometimes it's like freeze-dried liver or chicken. So when we're walking on the street, Lincoln, heel. Good boy. He's always on my left side right here. And I have part of the leash in this hand and the other half here. And I want to keep him right at the length that it's at. Because if he pulls, you don't want him to pull you into the road. He's 61.3 pounds, so that's a lot of force that can go into you. So with the treats, I'm just going to go, Lincoln, stand. Good boy. So the stand is, we're getting ready to walk. We've stopped at the sidewalk. We're ready to cross the street. He needs to stand again. So we're just getting basic commands down, which is what I'm doing before he goes back to guide school. So we have sit, stand, heel, and close, which is what I'm going to cover, which is his basic skills that he's getting ready to test on. So when I say sit, I go like this and raise my hand up, and he sits. And when he does that, so I'll get him to stand. Stand. Lincoln, sit. Yes. So because he sat, you automatically say yes as your reward, and you feed as a treat. So I'm going to get him to stand again. Stand. Yes. So as we work on it, you're going to realize that I won't need to treat as much. Lincoln, heel. And heel is he wants to stay close to my side as possible, so I'm going to pat my side, and he's going to scoot over, and then he's going to sit down. Sit. Yes. So it's basic repetition. So with close, I would be sitting in a chair, or in the bleachers, or if you're at a graduation and you're sitting in an auditorium and you want your dog close to you. So you're just going to go close, and he's going to turn, and you're going to scoot his butt, and he's going to sit in between you. This is also good if you're standing in line in a big crowd, like a concert, and there's a lot of places. The next thing is when you're in line and your dog won't settle. Settling is when they just lay down, they relax, and they get out of the way of everyone. So the best way to get them into a settle is to put them in a down. Lincoln, down. Good boy, yes. So you can see he's very familiar with this. Free. Free is he can go, he can play, he can be a normal dog and not have to stress. Clearly he's very lazy, so we just let him be. So these basic commands, what are they going to use for when he becomes a guide dog? So when you're walking on a street, you want your dog close to your side. That's where the heel comes into place. you wanna teach your dog that they need to stay by your side at all time. Sit if you're standing in line and your dog's standing there and it's kind of catching a lot of people's eye. You can get them to sit, and then maybe at some point you can do a people greet, where your dog just sits and people can come and pet your dog and hang out and say hi. Stand. When they are resting like this and it's time to go, you simply just go. You say stand. Yes. And he stands right away. Some advanced training that they also learn, which is a pretty cool fun fact, is they learn back. So he's working on back. It's something for our new class. So back is just a simple heel. Good boy. Lincoln. Stand. Back. So he wants to sit, so we have to work on that. But it's a new skill. And when they back is because when you turn a corner, if you don't back your dog up 2 steps, they will run their handler right into the street, and they don't want that to happen, especially if you live in the city. So they teach them to back to keep their handler safe. So as you can see, he's very alert with me. He's always looking at me, looking for a treat, always wants a reward. This is very good because he's not paying attention to anything else, like his toys that are laying around or anything like that. So when we're done, I just say, we'll get him to stand again. Stand, yes. So when we're done and he needs to take his leash and he can play, I simply go, Lincoln, sit. Good boy. And I unclip his vest. And I take the leash off. And then I say, free. And we just play and let him know that he can play again. So those are my simple steps of daily routine that I work with training my guide dog, Lincoln.